Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. It's the first full 7 days of April. See, I could turn my camera around. It's a full 7 weeks of April, so we are into April. Got so much I want to share, so much I want to talk about. It's a full 7 weeks of April, so we are into April. Got so much I want to share, so much I want to talk about. Get set up. It's one of those mornings where I head to. Good morning, Miss Baskins. Good morning. Glad to have you this morning. I'm just gonna pick some people at random. Good morning. Just finishing up my setup. This is Morning Motivations with Martine, and I'm Martine Brown. And Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we're making a change. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm here to offer you encouragement and support as you navigate your life and or your business. And I'm so glad you guys are here today. It's a blessing anytime. If I got one person, 0 people, I just keep talking. Good morning, Kelly. How are you? How's it going? Did you get some more sales yesterday on your class? Let me know. I hope it sells out. I hope you and Ty's class sells out, man. Let's make it a sellout. And then after it sells out, then I want you to have like 12 million replays. 12 million sales of your replays. And then it's my hope that you have so many one-on-ones that you don't have time to actually do all the requests you have. In Jesus' name, amen. There we go. That's my hope. I hope you were able to get a few more sales. Yesterday, she's doing a class on... She's doing a class on... Good morning, Be Digital Love. I know you off to work, but good morning. I'm just getting myself together. How y'all doing? And thank you for the most beautiful letter. You wrote me the most beautiful letter. And child, y'all just don't know. I know I'm in here, giving y'all encouragement. But sometimes I'll be in the midst of all kinds of things that I don't always talk about publicly. And y'all are the truth. I've had people to come into my inbox and really give me exactly what I needed to continue to move on, despite what's happening in my everyday life. So thank you for that. I appreciate you. It was a beautiful note. She was encouraging me on my road to the AI Summit. And I needed it. Because let me tell you something. Everybody's not always happy for you. Everybody's not rooting you on. People get very accustomed to you doing good things. And they don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate who you are, what you're capable of. And you know what? I've learned that it's really not their job to. It's not their job to. You gotta do this. I have a poster on my wall that says, happiness is an inside job. Right? And so if the people who you call friends, the people you call family, y'all, did it just go out on me? I don't know. Well, I won't be able to give this product a review because I haven't had this for 6 months. Let me see here. I know y'all can't see me, but it appears as if my walking pad may have just went to walking pad heaven. Let me just double check, because sometimes some of my power goes out. Let me unplug it. Y'all know how it goes. Be Digital Love, you said you had a rough week. Hopefully this week will be better for you. Let me do some unplugging. I know y'all can't see me, but... yeah, I think this whole thing just went kaputs. I haven't had it long enough for it to go kaputs. I'm gonna be standing up. I think it did. I'm gonna plug it up one more place. Plug it up one more place. That's crazy to me though. Shit. I told y'all about these roadblocks be real. These roadblocks be real, y'all. Every time you take a couple steps forward, new roadblocks. New set of roadblocks. Cause I haven't had this. I've only had it since December. So when I tell y'all it really shouldn't be conking out, it really shouldn't be conking out. Haven't had it long enough. Let's see. But I do know I've got some crazy wiring. And since I know I got crazy wiring, it could be my wiring at my house. I will definitely be calling the support line because it's definitely not turning on. Oh, they're gonna be getting a call ASAP. Always some kind of setback, y'all. Always, 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 always. I don't even know what to think. Okay. YouTube and my YouTube folks, I will have to. Good morning, Miss Patricia. My YouTube people, I'm going YouTube and Facebook. I'm gonna hop off because I'm not gonna let this deter me from getting in my walk. It just means that I can only walk. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. I'm really annoyed, and I see the support number, the support service number, so I'll be sending him an email later this morning. It's always some kind of little setback, some little thing. I have no idea. Alright. If you're on YouTube and Facebook, you gotta head on over to TikTok because my stuff is down. So I'm gonna end the stream on Facebook and YouTube. I'll come back and upload later. Let me end on here, and then yeah, I'm just gonna change what I do. I'm just gonna change what I'm doing. All right, golly, man, it is always something. Jeez. All right, and let me. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. We're still gonna get this walk in, and we'll see how long I keep a signal. We'll see how long I keep a signal, y'all. Lord. Because when I say I'm gonna get this walk, I meant that. So I'm gonna make a little rework, and hopefully I'll get my stuff back up and running soon. It's really chilly this morning, but I'm gonna take it outside. And if I lose y'all, y'all know what's up. Yup. Good morning. This is Morning Motivations with Martine. And normally I'm walking on a treadmill, but today I am not. But I'm making a conscious decision to not let not having the treadmill stop me from getting in the steps that I need to get in. The good part is I'm actually making an adjustment so that I need to get in. The good part is I'm actually making an adjustment, so I'm gonna rock with it. Let me fix a few more things. I'm gonna rock with it. All right, so I sent out an email. I'm making an update. I've got to do some lifting of the weights, but I don't have a different block of time other than this block to really be able to commit fully to it. And so Tuesdays and Thursdays, I won't be going live. I'll be lifting weights. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm glad to hear I'm back. I will be lifting weights on Tuesday and Thursdays during this time. And so Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays are going to be our time to talk. Now, that doesn't mean, so if you walk on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you still need to keep walking. These are going to be our time to talk. Now, that doesn't mean, so if you walk on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you still need to keep walking. Ain't nobody told you to stop walking. If you want to lift weights alongside me and check in, we can do that. I'm just not going to go live. I haven't figured out a workable solution where going live and lifting weight works in a way that's reasonable. The way I haven't been able to think through that. I don't know if it's effective. See how I feel about it, and then if I don't like it, I'll try to lift live. I'm not as confident as a lifter. And so I don't know, like, because I need to be mentally, I need to keep up with my reps. I need to be counting. And I don't know if I could do those two and go live and engage with an audience all at the same time. And I don't want to injure myself. That's the other thing. I don't want to injure myself trying to stack all that together. So for now, I was like, let me figure it out, and then I will, if I'm like, nope, I need 5 days, what we got to do, then I'll switch back. But I need to get in a rhythm and figure it out. Yes, I can do chair workouts. But y'all, my motivational message is going to be, right? Like it's not a lot, it's a lot. It's a lot to do at once. And so, right? Like it's not a lot, it's a lot. It's a lot to do at once. And so I'm going to, let me the lifting part first. I gotta figure it out. Once I figure it out, I'll come back and I'll give y'all an updated schedule. I gotta figure out what I'm doing, how I'm gonna do it, where I'm gonna do it. Good morning, binary butterfly. How are you? So we're gonna use Tuesdays and Thursdays as our time to do the things we said we were gonna do Monday and Wednesday and Friday. Okay, so that's my plan right now. Good morning, Texas Cali girl. Do the things we said we were going to do Monday and Wednesday and Friday. Okay? So that's my plan right now. Good morning, Texas Cali girl. A little bit of Texas, a little bit of Cali sounds. Glad to have all of you here this morning. Those of you who are going to have to hop out because you have to go to work, etc. I will put this on, so I'll download it. It'll be there as a I will put this on, so I'll download it. It'll be there as a Thursdays. We're gonna do the things we said we were gonna do. Going live and lifting. Then I'll switch back. But I gotta figure some things out. So I'll switch back, but I gotta figure some things out. So how are y'all? Did everybody have a good weekend? Are you excited to go into the first full week of April? This is our first full week. How are y'all? Did everybody have a good weekend? Are you excited to go into the first full week of April? This is our first full week. I had a lot of great things that happened yesterday. I had a lot of great things that happened yesterday. Let's see. She said, go home. She said, you walked too far. How about now? Good morning, Mac. She said, go home. She said, you walk too far. How about now? Good morning, Mac. I'm rounding the corner. I am rounding the corner. Hopefully it gets better. How about now? Good morning, Trina. How are you? How about now? Let's see. Yes, right? Miss Patricia, sometimes you just need to rest and scroll. Sometimes that's what's needed. Sometimes that's what's needed. Cool. That's all right. It's cold out here anyway. Good morning, Infinite Rocket Power. How was your weekend? Sometimes you just need rest. So, what is it? Be Digital Love asked. Be Digital Love asked, what happened that's got me in such a good mood? Man, a lot of things happen. A lot of things happen, to be honest with you. Mainly, y'all know I spoke at the AI Summit, and it went so well. It went so well. I had a little bit of a technical snafu. And if you're a perfectionist like me, you know that those technical snafus could take you down. But I think overall, the people got the message. And that's what it's really all about. Making sure that folks get the message that I was responsible for delivering. I'll walk later. It's cold outside. I don't like being cold no way. So I'll walk later so I can wrap up this call with you guys. Second of all, and I'm gonna have to go find this template, but second of all, the other thing that was really cool last week is, you guys know, thanks, Miss Paul, I appreciate you. No, thanks, Miss Patricia, I appreciate you. So the second thing that happened was that I got to, okay, y'all know I've been talking about the trending audios, right? And so every month not every month, but most months I've been doing my trending audios. And I actually had a trending audio to hit over 2,000 views. Good morning, Christy. And so I'm super excited about that. I was like, hey, wait, this one's starting to get with some heat. So I'm going to use that same audio template next month as well. Because it actually performed very well. I think I hit like 2,200 views, which to me, I call those like the potential for virility or becoming viral. Because normally I average between anywhere from 300 to 600 views on a post. So anytime I have one that gets 2,200, 1,009, anything like that, I'm like, that post, for the amount of followers I have and where I am in my journey, that's actually really good to me. So those are my two. So when I tell y'all, use the trending audios, use them, because I did pick up a couple of follows. I did pick up some saves, right? And the video is categorized. So as of right now, the algorithm understands where it is. Most people found that audio from the For You page, and they found the audio from searching for audios. That's how they found it. Good morning, The Hidden Gem. How are you? Good morning, Digital Bayou. How are you? And so that's, especially on TikTok, that's what we want. We want people to find you. We want not just for people to find you, but we want them to follow your content. Good morning, cousin Shawanda. How are you? And thank you. So those are my two wins from last week, late last week. I was like, yes. Because yes, last week was kind of rough. And I see this week is trying. My treadmill and walking pad won't turn on. This week is trying it. I ain't even had a chance to get comfortable yet, and it's already trying it. But really, I feel like I was getting pulled in like a million different directions, right? Because I had the summit presentation. I was trying to market for the presentation. I still had to work the full-time job. I went out of town for work. I had to do all the prep for going out of town to work, getting my family. So it was just, yeah. And then traveling for work is actually really hard on me physically. I travel with a lot of equipment. And so between the walking up and down the stairs, the, parking and going into the terminal and finding your terminal and then, squeezing in that seat. That is the older I feel like I've just gotten older. So I find I'm tired. It's harder on my body. And then to get on the plane, get back here by 10 o'clock, that's Friday night, then turn around and do a presentation. Your girl is tired. She's tired. But is anybody else kind of feeling that way at all? Maybe you were getting pulled in a lot of different directions. If not, know that you're not alone. If that's the case, know that you're not alone. But this week I'm kind of going to be coming back. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to do. But I'm here and I made it. And we're going to talk about energy, and not the hype kind of energy. I'm talking about your real energy, like your center, that place where you get clarity. It's where you get peace. And it's where creativity can really live. Okay. A lot of us are running on fumes. We're running on fumes. You're showing up for everyone else, but you haven't really checked in on your own spirit. Yeah, infinite rocket power. I can relate. I be wanting to get up 2-3 o'clock in the morning because I'll have a creative spike. But I'm fighting just to stay asleep and just push through because I need the rest. Do a check on yourself, though. I want everybody to do a check on themselves. Like, how are you really, really doing? Check your mind, your body, and do a heart check. All right. Oh no, Kelly, I wouldn't make it through my days if I was going to sleep like that. I wouldn't survive. There would be no morning motivations. So do a check, do a real check, and really decide how you're really doing. Mind, body, heart. Good morning, Black Girl Designs. Good morning, Michelle. Glad to have you. And then just drop that word in the chat. Yeah, Kelly, because your body was saying, Kelly, we tired. So you gonna go to sleep. And I'm gonna keep you to sleep. You're literally hibernating, and then you build that energy back up, then you run it back. That's my baby art, child. I had to put my baby art up. You go to sleep so that, and I'm talking to you, but I had to learn this myself. I started to, because mine was food. I wasn't eating enough. And so I didn't have enough food energy in my body. And then I would go. And then I would binge a bunch of food till I was sick. Good morning, Ashley. And then the cycle would start all over again. And so I've had to really adjust and really think through that food is my fuel, but so is sleep. You got to get that sleep because your body is basically putting you in timeout for a couple of days. And then you're missing out, right? But you know these things. Right? So drop a word in the chat that just describes how you're really feeling right now. All right. My word is frustrated. Good morning, LaShane. I think it's LaShane or it's LaShawn. Just correct me. My treadmill went out and it buffers too much outside. Did it have the nerve to turn on? Oh, Miss Patricia, unhappy. Thank you for being honest and vulnerable. We got to do something about that being unhappy piece. Did it just have the nerve to turn on? Yes, it had the nerve, the gall to turn, you filthy rascal. It had the hold on. The atrocity to turn on. I heard it. I was like, what is that? It had the atrocity to turn on. This blah. But I still gotta call support because it shouldn't be randomly turning off and turning on. Now, like I said, it could be just my it could be my wiring in my house, because we got a couple wires that are short. We got an older home, so it can 100% be that. I would not for a second doubt that my wiring might be, especially since I've been using this wall. We've got things plugged up. I've only had this treadmill over here a little while, and so it would not surprise me at all. We're gonna find out. It would not surprise me at all if it's my wiring. Like, I plug it up somewhere in the house and have no problems at all. That would not surprise me at all. Let's see here. It could be the cord and it could be the outlets, for sure. For sure. That's why I'm like, I won't fully put it on the treadmill just yet. I'll have to call the support line. Let's just see. Oh, it's got the nerve to be moving, y'all. That's a shame. That's a shame. Alright. Well, then I'll walk the rest of this. It's whatever. It's whatever. Now, I know you said unhappy was your word. Alright? I know you said that unhappy was your word. So, if unhappy is your word first, I'll say this. If there's a space that you have someone to connect with, whether professional or unprofessional, make sure you make that connection. Good morning, Mr. Dean. Yeah, it tried to play me. But these last 15 minutes, I'm going to get it. I'm going to try to get it. Maybe. Yeah, I'm going to have to call support. Something's funky with it. Something's funky. Second, I want you to set a boundary. So if there's something there's a boundary that people are not following or you're not keeping in your life, we're going to be setting that boundary this week so that you can get back to your core and where what's true and what's natural for you. All right? Kelly said blessed was her first word and favor was her second word. I love it. Keep it going. Let me see if I missed any other words. Okay, I didn't. Okay, good. And I'm not doing Facebook and YouTube this morning because everything is acting up. But that's how this works, y'all. I hope you're seeing it in real time. This is how it actually works. You got these things that you're trying to do. You're trying to change. And every time you look up, it's going to be something else, right? I've had another probably 30 or 40 people join Morning Motivations. I sent out all my emails this morning. I was like, okay, I'm going to continue to grow this. I stepped into this morning going, I got to make some change to the schedule, right? But at the same time, I need to continue to grow. So I came in locked and loaded, ready. And as soon as I put my feet down, literally, something's getting in the way. I don't know who's watching. I've got 13 on paper, but I really don't know who's watching. There are people that are watching and I don't see them, right? Anybody who went to my YouTube and Facebook, I lost them today, right? All these little mini roadblocks. But I'm realizing if I let that stop me, then I'm not going to get where I try to go. And if you let it stop you, then it's not going to get you where you're trying to go. Kelly's right. We are human, and we have to understand that these things, they're just going to happen. Right? Kelly said, that's how you know when you're on the right track. 100% agree. My mama does plays, and she knows that a play is going to go really well if a whole bunch of crazy, unexpected crap happens right before the play. So if she has a bunch of foo-foo craziness, then the play is going to be the bomb. Infinite Rocket Power. In my profile, I put the panelist sign up. It's under everything that's related to TRM. So go to my profile, go to our communities, and it's green and purple. Everything that's green and purple, just keep swiping. Keep swiping and you'll see the panelist sign up. Okay, I didn't forget about you. I did not forget about you. All right? Now, no matter how you're stepping into this week, I want you to be very cognizant of boundaries that you need to create to get where you're trying to go. Okay? So the question I want you to ask yourself is, what boundary are you reinforcing this week? Put it in the chat, call it out. That's how we're going to honor it. All right? You guys know that I have put boundaries around this 40-minute call. No, I can't take calls from friends and family. No, I don't take days off. All right? No, I'm not going to change the time to meet with such and such and such. No, my kids' stuff doesn't become more important than this 40 minutes. It's a boundary I've created. That boundary has fostered consistency. That consistency has fostered determination. And now we're here talking 6 months later. All right? So if you've got things that you're trying to go, you've got to set some boundaries. And here's the truth about boundaries. People don't like them. That's probably the one thing I would say these last last year and a half, I've struggled with. I'm so used to saying yes to make people happy, or because I don't want them to be upset with me, or I think they're going to leave or reject me. And so I'll say yes in environments where I have no business saying yes. All right? Bad habit. Bad habit. Okay, perfect. I love it. Thanks, Infinite Rocket Power. We'll get you on the schedule as soon as we can. We'll get you on the schedule. All right? Too often, we all do this. We don't, and here's the thing. You can't worry about how people are going to respond to the boundary that you create. They're not going to like it. They're going to act a plumb fool on you. They may reject you. They may say you changed. All those things may be true. But if the boundary is going to get you closer to where you're trying to go, then that's what you need to do. All right? So going into this week, we're meeting Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Right? Tuesday, Thursday, we're going to be practicing what we talked about. So tomorrow and today, I really want you to be thinking about what boundaries you're setting in your life, business-wise or personally or in your workplace, so that you can be the best possible version of yourself that you can be. All right? That's the goal. That's where we're trying to go. Okay? That's where we're trying to go. We're trying to be the best version of ourselves. Sometimes that means saying no. Sometimes that means setting boundaries. All right? So this week, I'm reinforcing some mental boundaries. All right? So I'm really working on not overthinking situations that have already passed. I do a lot of that. I'm in therapy. We talk about it. I do a lot of thinking back on how I could have done something differently to end with a different result, like I could actually change it. When the reality is, I was only able to make the best decision possible with the knowledge and information I had at the time. So that's the one I'm doing. Okay? And my other one is not letting people's urgency become my emergency. That's another one I'm working on. As a business person, I take a lot of pride in responding quickly. Full disclosure, I ain't perfect, so I will not always respond quickly, right? But I'm going to be working on recognizing that, hey, it don't have to be in the next 12 seconds, but it should be in the next 24 hours, 48 hours max, right? So those are the two that I'm working on, all right? Now yours, it might be physical boundaries, emotional boundaries, or digital ones. What kind of boundaries are you going to set this week? Let me know in the chat. Let's talk about it. Isn't that exciting? Infinite Rocket Power signed up for Sundays with TIM. That's exciting. What boundaries are we setting this week? It's okay that people, it's even okay that people don't respect your boundaries. The only thing that you have to recognize is, even though they may not respect you, even though they may not respect your boundaries, you have a job and a priority of respecting yourself. So Be Digital Love, you said that you're prioritizing your health this week. What kind of boundaries do you have to set in order to make your health a priority? Well, Miss Patricia, give us some thought. Sometimes the battle is not with other people. Sometimes the battle is with yourself too. So like limiting how much time you spend on social media, that might be a boundary you need to set. That's a tough one. Stop procrastinating. So that's a boundary with yourself, right? It's a boundary that you're going to be working on with you. Good morning, Toya. Child, I'm about to wrap up. It's been a crazy morning. The walking pad randomly turned on and turned off. Then I went outside to try to let me just keep trying. Let me get the walk in because this is the only time I have to walk. That didn't work. Then I came back inside and said, well, we're going to finish this call. I'm going to say what I got to say. Right? So I came back in and then I heard beep and randomly turned on. So I'm back on the treadmill. Yeah, Miss Patricia, that mindless scrolling, and there's research on this. The scrolling is actually the same experience that people get when they go gamble and they're pulling the slot machine. A lot of people don't know that. So every time you swipe and it doesn't refresh, it is systematically set up that way so that you so that the chemicals go off in your brain to get you to keep doing it. All right, it is it's a mechanism set up to keep you scrolling, to keep you addicted. Right? Yeah, doom scrolling. Yes, that's the word. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. There's a lot of research on it. There are actually two gentlemen that came up with the technology, and they didn't realize when they came up with this technology that it would actually be so dangerous and harmful to the overall space. And so they developed an organization to basically combat digital ethics, right? Because the bottom line is, we know that all these companies, they don't care nothing about you. They want you on their apps for as long as possible. And here's what they've learned. If you stay on these apps for as long as possible, eventually you will spend money. You will buy from an ad. You will buy a product. You're going to buy something. And that's correct. Toy is 100% correct. The longer you're on, the more money they make. Okay? So it's literally set up for you to become addicted to it. And I've definitely had seasons where all I could do was scroll, and then I've had seasons where I pulled back. Big Digital Love says she's not taking care of anybody but herself this week. Go do that. And I'm going to ask you Friday when we do our Friday call, how did it go? Oh yeah. The swiping, the scrolling, and TikTok that got so slick, you can turn it on auto scroll. They said, we know you tired, so we're going to do it for you. Just press the button. They might as well lit a match to your cigarette for you. Okay? Toya dropping straight facts this morning. She said the reason that Meta, that's Facebook and Instagram, pays more money for Reels is because that's where they make their money. And understand, Meta's making millions, billions. All right, so Meta's making billions, and then they giving you like 1 or 2%, 0.23%. Okay. I know a lot of folks out there that don't believe it, but I've made money off of my content, either through services. And I done made $10. I done made like $30. I don't put a lot of work into it. It is a lot of work. It's like working a job if you're gonna do it well. But I've made money. And there are people who are making thousands and thousands of dollars on all these platforms. Okay? I know y'all think I know a lot of people are like, ooh, that's a scam and I don't believe it. Well, okay. I've made money. I've made money on TikTok, and I've made money. I just recently found a couple dollars I made on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know. Because I go live so often. All right? I know y'all think it's a scam, but it ain't no scam. I've made significantly more on TikTok, but not enough to to talk about. It ain't enough to talk about. Maybe $40. All right, because that's not how I structure my business. So it's not a priority for me. Okay, but for some people, that's how they eat. Yeah, Toya said she's made some money on Facebook from a viral post. Yeah, it's a real thing. I'm a real person. It's not a scam, people. All right? But when we talk about setting boundaries, you need to set boundaries with these companies. Right? Because they don't give a darn darn about you. Sweets D. Good morning. They don't care about you. Okay? In the same way that when you go to the grocery store and you go down the candy aisle, and you need to make a choice as to whether or not to purchase candy or not purchase candy, and you set those boundaries. So like in my home, I don't buy snacks and treats no more. I buy 1 box of popcorn, 1 box of crackers, and fruit. Because my children, and me probably a little bit, were struggling with boundaries about how much to consume. And it was getting to the point where they would not eat dinner. They would just eat all the snacks. Anybody else have kids who do that? They wouldn't eat any dinner. So I would cook chicken and rice and vegetables. And all of it was going to waste. But then I would go see the crackers, I would go see the chips I had bought, all of the, any snacks I had bought, gone, wasn't no more left. And so I realized they were filling themselves up on junk and then leaving my food to waste. So I stopped buying it. I stopped buying it. Good morning, Nakia. Good morning. I stopped buying it altogether. And when I stopped buying it, they went back to eating food. I had to create a boundary. So if we're out in the streets and I buy some junk, it's fine. If people buy things for them, I don't care. But as far as what's actually in the home, popcorn, fruit, crackers. I had to set a boundary. A hard one. And we're going to have to do the same thing in our own lives. All right. And limiting our social media interactions is a great way to do that. If you're in business, okay, so if you're someone who does any kind of business, then maybe for you, the only time you spend on social media is when it is business related. Because the truth of the matter is, if you really wanted to catch up with someone, you can call them. You don't have to let Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok update you. If you really want to learn something, search for that and schedule it. All right? Put it as a part of your schedule that you're going to spend time looking at social media for a reason. And once you do that, you'll find that you got lots of time. When I really, it's been happening the last month. I have really honed in on, and I've been sharing this with y'all, starting my days and weeks by dumping out everything I need to do. I organize it into categories and I start knocking it out. I realized I had a lot of time to get a lot of things done. I was like, oh, I've been randomly chilling on the social medias too much. That's what I've been doing. Look at that 50 minutes. I didn't even realize I had that 50 minutes. All right. So if that's a boundary you need to build, this boundary you need to set with yourself, let's do that. Okay. We're walking into this week with intention. We're reclaiming our energy and we're setting or resetting boundaries. These are boundaries that we need. All right. And Infinite Rocket Power, I already said it. Be Digital Love, I already said it. We're saying out loud, this week is about me too. It's not just about your spouses. It's not just about your kids. It's not caretakers, those of you that are caring for your adults, your parents, your aunties and uncles. Yes, you have accepted that role, right? You've taken on that role, and that's beautiful. But you've got to find some time to carve out for yourself. Tap into connect with your local social worker for senior needs and find out if there's any programs where you can get some respite. All right? You taking an hour or 2 hours or a half day to tend to yourself and your needs, it's not selfish. Those of you that are married, you taking time out for yourself for any reason is not selfish. You making the choice to not let every single waking hour be about someone else is not selfish. All right? So, homework for today. You need to be working on this today and tomorrow. I'm going to be working on making sure that my stuff works and making sure that I take some time to lift. That's what I'm going to be working on. I need you to write one thing down that you're doing this week that's just for you. I want you to write down one thing that you're going to do that's just for you. Be Digital Love said, prioritizing her health. All right? Post it in your stories, post it in the group. I want to hear about it. When we come back Wednesday, I'm going to be asking you, what have you planned to do this week that's only about you? Not other people's needs, not other people's desires, not the maturing stuff, not your caretaking responsibilities. What are you going to do for you? What are you going to do for yourself? right. Thank y'all so much for showing up. For yourself, for each other. Thank you for showing up with me. Okay. I'll be back Wednesday. Tuesday, you're going to do what we talked about Monday. And I'll let y'all know how I feel about this lifting thing Wednesday. I'll let y'all know. Alright? I'll let y'all know. So, let's talk about this week. This week, tonight, we have Mid-Journey Mondays with Regina. It's a great time to come and ask your questions. Full disclosure, she won't be teaching Mid-Journey 7. She will not be teaching Mid-Journey 7 in Mid-Journey Mondays. Okay? It's not the right environment for it. You've got people of a wide array of experiences, and she really uses that time to answer questions. She slowly started to bring in some new techniques, or just techniques that you didn't know nothing about. And so come with your questions, of course. But I'm telling y'all, if your question is, how do I use Mid-Journey 7? She can't even answer that in the 60 minutes y'all gonna be together. All right, there's too much. It's gonna take some time. I do know she has a class coming up. Okay, so keep an eye out. She's got a class coming up. I'm sure she's gonna be talking about it this week. Okay, yeah, it won't happen in the session though. Okay, we got that coming up. Thursday, Talia's gonna be teaching about reels, and she's just gonna give you some little tips and tricks to help you design reels. Just some little things that you can do, little salt, little pepper to add to your reels experience. That's gonna be Thursday. Her business is called Artfully Melanated. All right, so you can take her class as a single class, or you can join TRM Learning. All right. Those of you that are new, what is TRM Learning? TRM Learning is a collaboration between myself, Talia, and Regina. We are 3 women who are creative powerhouses that come together to offer you services. We have 3 tiers. $17 gets you 3 GPTs in art. $37 gets you 3 GPTs, art, and 3 co-working sessions. Co-working sessions are a time when we get together and we work together and we figure out what we need to figure out. All right, 3 of those a month. That's $37 a month. The 3rd tier is $97 a month. And with that $97 tier, you get 3 TRM approved classes. Our classes run from 2 to 3 hours long. So you get about 10 hours worth of classes, 6 to 10 hours worth of classes. You get all of the co-working. You get all of the art. You get all of the images. Okay? So that's what we offer. It is the more affordable route to go to access and tap into our resources. I always tell people, if you've purchased it in 30 days, if you purchase from 2 out of the 3 of us, you need to buy tier 3. If you're new to us and you don't know us that well, get tier 1. Start looking at our content, look at our GPTs, so you can make a decision about whether or not tier 3 is a good option for you. Okay? If you've been with us a while and you're like, I like the GPTs, but I need some help, I just want to be able to get some questions answered a couple times a month, join tier 2. Okay? All right, so we've got something for everyone, but if you just want to purchase our classes as single classes, go to our websites and grab the class. All right? The only other catch is once our month has ended, you can never get our classes 3 at one time again. All right? So on April 15th, tier 3, once tier 3 is done, we remove all the class information out of the Patreon and we start with a new set of classes. Okay? So if you're looking at our offerings and you're like, okay, I need to take 2 of these. Even if you only purchase it for 1 month, purchase it for that 1 month so you can get it at the lowest price. It's lower than our discounts. Okay? That Patreon price is lower than our individual discounts. It's the lowest you're going to get it. So even if you can only do it for 1 month, I would do it for that 1 month. All right, so Mid-Journey Mondays, Color Me Calm Tuesdays, come color with us. Reels Thursday with Talia. And then Sunday, we will be back with Sundays with TRM. All right, that's what we got on the books. That's what's on the schedule. Okay, for this week. And your job is to set a boundary. Set a boundary. There's nothing wrong with setting boundaries with people, regardless of their behavior or how they respond. All right, they're just gonna have to stay mad. Get them a glad bag. That's what my mama used to say. Oh, you mad? You better get you a glad bag. My mama didn't play. All right. So, but for now, be good to yourself. Protect your peace. And remember, the best thing you got is you. The best thing you got is yourself. All right. Okay. I will see you guys Wednesday. We're going to do this as a test run. And we'll see how it goes. Bye, guys. Have a great rest of your day.